This is a favourite place of mine. It's a lane near my home which goes down to the River Lemon. It's a very old track, and on one side is this very old wall, boundary wall, and the other side is a hedge, and over the top is a hill fort over there. That's Faery Hill Fort. Hear the birds around me. Up there there's a buzzard. I don't know if you can see him. Too small to see. Lots of wonderful puddles because it's been raining non-stop here in South Devon for the last few days, which is why the ground is so green, but I haven't wanted to go much out in it. I'm not really keen on being out in the rain. It's okay if it's quite light rain, but it's been that kind of horizontal rain and high winds which makes it very difficult to navigate and enjoy your surroundings. Now, this is what I want to show you, these old oak trees coming up. There you go, just a minute or so down the path, and there's a whole line of oak trees overhanging the path, and I often come and talk with these oak trees, spend time with them. I can just hear the river in the distance. Hello. Gosh, their branches are so big, so heavy. I mean, that's like, their branches are like a small tree in itself. And oak trees are known to drop their branches. So whenever I walk under, I always say a bit of a silent wish, prayer, that the branch won't fall. It's just got its buds on it. There's this big bank of rhododendron growing here. Oh, above the wall. And as you can see, the surface is very cobbly, stony track. And this goes down to Ogwell Mill. There used to be a mill there, it's now a private house. There we go. Rolling fields, that's the edge of the hill fort. And this is Bradley Woods, and over behind the hill fort is Bradley Manor. And the sun's just coming out. How beautiful. Really like it when you come over the brow of a hill in a lane, and I like this little incline coming up over. And there's a field to the left with some blackthorn in it. Over there. Look at that, it's so white. You see why it's associated with fairies, just it's so enchanting against the brown. And then there's a field over this side, but I'm going to take you through a magical way. So from there in the distance is the private house, that's where the mill used to be. And come down the track. It's very muddy. But to avoid the really squelchy muddy bit, there's a secret way through which I call Faery Gateway. It's further down than I remember. go. See all the water running down the hill after all the rain. Right, coming up to it now. See all the celandine, those bluebells here in a few weeks' time. I saw a bluebell the other day. Oh, there's one just peeking through. Yay, seen the first bluebell here. Make a wish. Because of course the bluebells are surrounded by pixie enchantments. Right, here we go. Some people over there out for a walk. It's a very popular wood. So this is the secret fairy way through. It obviously isn't a secret anymore because I can see lots of already coming through here. And this goes through a couple of hazel trees that are associated with fairies as well. Oh, saw a dog. There we are. Look, some acorn shells. Pick those up. They're actually the hazelnut shells. These are good. Actually, yeah. Can't tell. They're hazelnut shells. There's quite a few of these. The squirrels have been nibbling. I like to take these home, and they're good to put little gifts in for the fairies. Put some honey in them, wash them out, put a little bit of honey in, put it in the garden. Look at this. These are the meadows near the River Lemon. The old mill meadows. And that way goes to Bridge, and the other way goes round through to through the woods to Newton Abbot. So I'm going to go that way towards Newton Abbot. I like to come here in the evenings because you can hear the owls calling to each other and see bats. So I'll do a bit more of a film in a moment. There's the lane I was on. Well, as I expected, the way I wanted to walk over there through that gate is flooded. So I'm going to have to walk the other side of the river, which is the path higher up. Interesting leaf in the tree there. Looks like a little person sat on the tree. Yeah. So this is the River Lemon. That's where I've come from, down that field, and I'm going to go this way along the footpath, the higher. Here are some primroses, very prettily growing out of a tree stump. It's a green mossy tree stumps and tree trunks here, really vibrant. Birds singing, wild garlic but growing around, all these different greens. Back to the muddy path. Oh, it's like a fake moss. See there, peeking out. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm standing above the weir. Zoom in so you can see the water. There we go, look. That's the weir in full flood. The other side of the river. this path. There's something interesting along here that I'll show you in a moment. It's got some stories associated with it. Welcome to Costa Nota Lotta Coffee. This is my view from Costa Nota Lotta Coffee, and show you where I'm sat. This is my seat, a bag, and a dangerous drop, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So I'm sat, or I was sat, on this tree right by this huge pit. There's some steps over there by the looks of it. I don't know if you can still get in though, if you're allowed to go in, but anyway, this pit used to be used for preaching by a Methodist minister. I think it was in the 1700s. I've forgotten his name, but when I was growing up, it used to be known as the Devil's Pit. And there's all sorts of stories about the devil living here, all sorts of shenanigans going on. Yeah, so it's all fenced off now. I don't think it was when I was growing up all those years ago. Warning, unstable cliff edge. But I don't know, I suppose it's about 100 foot, something like that. Ooh, trees creaking over there. I've got to somehow navigate the mud. Oh. Ooh. Here we go, Puritan's Pit. Reverend William Yo, born 1st of June 1617. Yeah, so it's been formed through the collapse of a limestone cavern, being hidden deep in Bradley Woods, covered by a canopy of elm trees and easily guarded by lookouts. It could not be seen from the footpaths or riverbank, and the entrance was concealed. It thus provided a safe and secret place for Reverend Yo and his brave dissenter congregation to gather by day and night to pray and worship. Amazing. There we go. Puritan's Pit is a designated religious site dating back to 1660 and is located on private land. Okay, so if you go in at your own risk, basically. Officially not allowed, but obviously there's always people that will give it a go. Puritan's Pit, Bradley Woods, there we go. Amazing. This tree is really creaky, and there were just 3 large bangs coming from the tree while I was standing by it. Frightened me out. Frightened me out of walking boots. It's like bang, bang, bang. They weren't creaks, they were like 3 large knocks. Sorry if I've spoken out of turn. I see some spirits here. Or just a very creaky tree, but it's just that was loud. It's like the ground shook. Wow. Oh, look, this has all changed. They put up a cross here now. Oh, interesting. Blocked it off. Yeah, it's definitely private. Give thanks for those people who've worshipped you in this place. I see, for some reason, T. Lawrence, a picture of T. Lawrence, Reverend William Yo, Miss Gertrude Bell, who else? Winston Churchill, and 2 missing ones. I suppose maybe those are all people who've been here. Oh, it's a garden of remembrance. Garden of remembrance. Okay. Let's go down into the pit. Look. Amazing. Amazing place. Oh, some doggies. Some lamb's tails. Catkins. Hazel catkins. Blowing in the winds like little lamb's tails. Always. Oh, some birds. Tell me that spring is here, sure sign of spring. And I love this tree that's overhanging the river, a steep drop in the river. I have done this walk in the moonlight a couple of years ago and it was fantastic. I did it with my dad and my brother, just with the light of the moon and a torch on the hairy bits. It's a big steep drop to the left here. It's magical. It's very muddy. I'm coming up to a place now where I'm going to have to probably ski down the hill. There's some steps and there's a big slope, so I'll see you at the bottom. Hi, I got to the bottom and I'll show you the slope I've come down. There you go. It doesn't look that steep from here, but it's quite steep coming down. And I was just gingerly making my way down, and this guy just ran past me and said, "If you can run in this, you can run in anything." I was like, oh my god, I'm having trouble enough walking. So good on him. Here we go. River Lemon on the flats. I've just got a little way to go now to get to Baker's Park, where I'm hoping that the coffee wagon, there's a coffee hatch there, is open to get myself a coffee. So before I get there, I will show you a little bit more of the woods. Just turn my camera around. There we go. It's the River Lemon. I love this place. There's a wonderful book called Along the Lemon by Judy Chard, who used to live near here, and she's one of my favourite local writers. She wrote about the supernatural and tales of mystery around Devon. I find her one of my inspirations for researching local stories for my podcast, Faery Whispering podcast. Oh, and it's just starting to rain. Lovely. Okay. I will see you in a moment. This is the old mill gate that I'm following. I'm on the edge of Bradley Estate now. I just want to show you this well over here. Lovely old stone bridge. And over the other side, yeah, there's a well. Okay. And that was used by people in the past. It's believed to cure blindness. Of course, wells are associated with the old spirits, the fairies, pixies, as they're known as in this part of the world, southwest of England. Go. I'm going to head over the bridge into the park in a moment. It's the back of Bradley Manor over there. And this is Baker's Park, the last bit of my journey Trying to see if the coffee shop is open. I think it might be. Coffee shop over there. And then that's my favourite tree in this park, the old oak tree, which I often come and sit under and talk to. Sorry. See if I can go. It's got a walk over there. So I'll say goodbye to you now, and thank you for joining me on this little wander this morning through Bradley Woods and into Baker's Park. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon.